Hello everybody, what's up and welcome back. You're here with me in another in-depth character tutorial. This time we're going with Uncle Sven, the utility healer. He is he is a wacky guy. I will tell you that much if you can't tell just by looking at him. But this little rotund ball of fun can be quite deadly, actually. Like I've played against him, and he can be really annoying and really powerful. But as you can see, he's very utility based. But we're gonna go ahead and check out the abilities now. His left click is a lobbed projectile, damages enemies with fire. Just basic, just woo, can direct hit, or I think you can make it have an AOE, or it has a small AOE already on it. The right click is another lobbed projectile. All of his before I go doing this constantly, all of his things are lobbed projectiles. So you kind of have to like add a little arc if you're trying to get a distance and stuff like that. You just kind of got to guesstimate, and it's really fun. But right click creates a pool of acid that inflicts cracked armor. His Q is another one that creates a super jump puddle, and on hit it pushes and deals damage to people. So like you can throw it, smack somebody, and like bounce them. It's pretty funny. And then it creates this little like puddle that you can jump, and it's a really big jump. I'll show you guys. But then you have Healing Waters, which is his healing move, which just drops down and puts a little healing area on the ground. And I believe it also does direct healing if you hit somebody with it. And then his ultimate, which is another one that lobs the big one that's on his back, and it explodes and turns everybody into snails, and locks them out for skills, and slows them for 2 to 6 seconds at max. So, build up your focus, have people done for 6 seconds. This shit's real. Alright, let's get in there. If it just says anything, this is how he runs. But anyway, in depth, left click. You have two options you can go with. You have the hits a larger area and has increased damage, but you have a slower attack rate, which you can then have do inflict small burning to everyone in that thing, or just create a small area. So you can only do that once every 6 seconds though, and then that one's 15 damage for 6 seconds. So if you're kind of going for like trying to like block off an area or trying to like hold people back, that's a decent one way to go. Then you have direct damage, which is always nice. And then pairing with your right click, which cracks armor, you can go ahead and do, if the enemy has cracked armor or broken armor, direct hits inflict broken armor. So you can continuously just keep up the duration of broken armor on a character, which is actually pretty good. Or you can do igniter fluid, which inflicts burning on direct hits, which is his damage route. Right click, we have the direct hit deals extra damage, so once again that's always fun. You can reduce the cooldown to 7 seconds on the second plat, but it's only 10 seconds, so I would still probably take rapid reaction if you're going to go damage wise, which is direct hits deal an additional 40 damage the first 3 seconds. So real nice. Then we have acid pool doubles duration. Once again, kind of the utility pool where you're like, I want to block off this area or kind of like deter people from this area. But you can also use this for your team by doing inversion reaction, where if you throw your healing thing on top of the acid pool, it will actually make a debuff immunity area, which I think still heals people. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that at another part. But you hit your then you have chemical burn, which is right click into left click, which is you hit your acid pool with your so it makes it so that when you throw your acid flask on the ground, when you throw the fire one at it, it'll actually make a burning zone. So you can actually also go that way for the like deterrence as well. There you go. He has a solid deterrence, solid healing, and then like support, and then you have your damage. So far, it seems like a really good character. Q, which is his lob projectile, which I'll show you guys right now. Super jump is insane. You can get some serious distance with it too. Oh, never mind. I'll show it to you in another 8 seconds. But you can have the enemies affected by it are slowed, and you can have allies affected by it gain armor. So, okay, so you can also hit allies in the bounce puddle with healing water, extending the heal. Okay, so that's another kind of like, I'm setting pools down to have concoction stuff. Allies, oh, you get super bounce. Allies directly hit will deflect projectiles for 2 seconds. That's pretty cool too. That's a really nice one. But I mean, like, it's not like amazing because it's only 2 seconds. So if anything, I would say if you're gonna go for the armor, go for the absorption matrix. But overall, I feel like this one might be better because you can do the slow, and then you also have the damage route, which is hitting a foe with bounce puddle and then hitting them with a fire flask inflicts another burning area, so you have this kind of like area deterrence again. And you also have a CC option, which is undirected. It'll actually launch people, so that's really nice too. I wouldn't say go for this unless you're going for the strictly support route, because you have that extra like heal that you could give people. Now for the healing puddle. Now, you can also have removing debuffs from people, which isn't bad, but debuffs don't really happen too often. So, unless like you have people calling out the debuffs that they're having, so like in a more meta system, I guess, you could probably go with this. It would probably be a pretty good one. Double dose. Healing continues for 10 seconds after leaving the healing pool. That's actually really good if you are the sole healer for your team. And then affected allies also heal allies near them. That could greatly increase the amount of healing as well that you're giving out. And increases heal if you hit an ally below 50% health. So that's kind of like a... if they have burst and like someone gets hit, you just like quickly throw the flask at them. You can get a really good heal off that way. So that actually seems really good. It seems like a lot of fun. Uncle Sven overall, in my opinion, is a really good character. He could easily fit into the meta, just where he is, just being the support-ish healer that he has. And the utility is really good for helping people escape, because that super jump is just nuts. Like, do you see the distance I just covered? And I'm like flying through the air, so naturally people are a little, it takes people a little bit longer to hit you if you're that high. Also, one fun fact that he has, like damage-wise, is an interaction with his abilities where you can kind of chain them all, so you can be like, where you can throw out 6 things, as where that's your usual 5, 6. So your firing rate's just way higher because you can basic click, basic click, basic click. So if I can do it perfectly, there we go. It's slightly slower for the actual skills, but yeah, that's your Uncle Sven, and hopefully this helps you guys out figure out what you want to do with the good old rotund mad chemist. And hopefully I see you guys in the next one. But once again, and as always, stay tame. I'm gonna attempt to do the same, and I will see you all again soon.